Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's video is special, not because I planned it perfectly, but because we just reached 3,000 subscribers. Thank you for that. And to celebrate, I'm finally releasing a guide that has been requested so many times. Yes, field research. In this video, we're opening this research tree and going through everything. What it looks like, what bonuses it gives, and how much each upgrade really costs. Level by level, step by step. All the way to the moment where you realize you probably should have checked this first. I'll show you the total cost of finishing the entire tree, and exactly how many badges you need. No guessing, no unpleasant surprises. This is important, because once this tree is completed, it unlocks 3 additional researches. Which sounds great, until you realize the game still has plans for your resources. And there's more. Hidden. Inside this research tree is a moment where the game quietly tries to trick you into spending more than you should. Most players don't notice it. Today, you will. Later in the video, we'll look at the graphs. And of course, the Excel sheet. All the numbers, all the details, and none of the math. One last thing before we start. There will be a giveaway coming soon, only for my subscribers. So if you're not subscribed yet, now is a very good time to press the button. Okay, before we even talk about field research, there is something important to know. Some of you might not even see it in your lab yet. And no, the game is not bugged. It's just hiding it from you. To unlock field research, you need to complete, or partially complete, 4 other researches first. First, new home must be completed at 100%. No shortcuts here. Second, elite troops also needs to be at 100%. Third, military strategies must reach 40%. Not finished, just far enough to unlock the next step. Because that unlocks Siege to Seas. And Siege to Seas must then be completed at 100%. Only after all of that, field research finally appears in your lab. So if you're wondering why you don't see it yet, now you know exactly what the game wants from you. Now let's quickly go through what each upgrade in field research actually gives you. Because this tree is all about making your troops stronger, faster, and harder to kill. We start with field training. At maximum level, this gives you plus 20% in-field troop attack. Right next to it is camo coding, which increases in-field troop defense by 20%. Now we move into the troop-specific attack upgrades. Mobility enhancement increases rider attack by 20%. Next is melee combat. This one increases assaulter attack by 20%. After that comes weapon upgrading, which increases shooter attack by 20%. Moving to the next line, we have training speed upgrades. First is rider training speed, which increases rider training speed by 10%. This node has 5 levels. The next one is arms assembly, which increases assaulter training speed by 10%. And the last one in this line is quick assembly, increasing shooter training speed by 10%. Now we move to the defense upgrades. Stronger armor increases rider defense by 20%. Next is shield upgrade, which increases assaulter defense by 20%. And tactical cover increases shooter defense by 20%. Once all of that is completed, we reach the final 3 nodes in the tree. The first one is another field training, but this time it increases in-field troop attack by 40%. Next is camo coding, which increases in-field troop defense by 40%. And the final node in the entire research tree is recharge shield. This increases troop hit points by 10%. This is a very strong stat. The more extra hit points your troops have, the better. In total, there are 14 nodes in the field research tree. Now, you're probably wondering how much all of this actually costs. And yes, we are going there next. In a moment, we'll move to the Excel sheet, where I'll show you the exact costs, along with some graphs to make it easier to understand. But before that, a quick reminder. There will be a giveaway soon, and it will be for subscribers only. We'll do a small test. There will be one or a few questions in the giveaway video. The answers will come from my other videos, or things you might have noticed if you're a regular viewer. So this giveaway rewards actual viewers, not just subscriptions. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications, and stay alert. The main prize will be gold, which you can convert into anything you want in the game. Hero weapons, elite weapons, fragments, or anything else. Alright, now we are inside the Excel sheet, and this is where everything becomes very clear. Here you can see the field research tree broken down by node, level, and badge cost. Everything is calculated step by step, so there is no guessing involved. Let's start from the top. The first two nodes are field training and camo coding. Both of these go from level 1 to level 10. They start at 380 badges for level 1 and gradually increase with each level. By the time you reach level 10, each upgrade costs 2,200 badges. When you fully complete one of these nodes, the total badge cost is 10,180. And since there are two of them, this is already a noticeable investment early in the tree. Now let's move to the attack nodes. These are mobility enhancement, melee combat, and weapon upgrading. Each of these also goes from level 1 to level 10. They start at 560 badges and scale up steadily until 3,300 badges at level 10. If you look at the total column in the Excel, you can see that each of these nodes costs 15,270 badges to fully complete. And since there are 3 of them, this section alone consumes a large amount of badges. Next, we move to the training speed upgrades. These are target training, arms assembly, and quick assembly. These nodes are shorter, with 5 levels each, but the cost ramps up quickly. They start at 750 badges, then go to 970, 1,300, 2,000, and finally 3,200 badges at level 5. Each of these nodes has a total cost of 8,220 badges. So even though they are shorter, they are not cheap. Now, let's move down to the defense upgrades. These are stronger armor, shield upgrade, and tactical cover. These again go from level 1 to level 10. They start at 1,100 badges, and by level 10, each upgrade costs 6,700 badges. When you complete one full defense node, the total cost is 30,700 badges. And yes, there are 3 of them. This is one of the points in the tree where many players feel the badge pressure. Now we move to the late-game field training and camo coding nodes. These are the ones that give 40% in-field attack and defense. And they go from level 1 all the way to level 20. You can clearly see in the Excel how expensive these become. They start at 1,300 badges, and level 20 costs 20,300 badges. The total cost for one of these nodes is 154,600 badges. This is the single biggest badge sink in the entire research tree. And this is exactly where many players underestimate the cost. Finally, we reach the last node, Recharge Shield. This node goes from level 1 to level 10 and increases troop hit points by 10%. It starts at 3,700 badges and scales up to 22,400 badges at level 10. The total cost for Recharge Shield is 102,300 badges. This is an extremely strong upgrade, but it comes at a very high price. Now, if you look at the bottom of the Excel sheet, you can see the final number. To complete every single node in the field research tree, you need a total of 594,430 badges. That is the real cost. No estimates, no guessing, no surprises. This Excel sheet allows you to plan everything in advance, see where the biggest costs are, and avoid upgrading blindly. And this is exactly where many players fall into the hidden trap. They start upgrades without realizing what comes later. Now that you've seen the full breakdown, let's move to the graphs and visualize where those badge spikes really happen. So, as you can see, you really need to be prepared when upgrading the field research tree. The first 11 research nodes cost a total of 182,930 badges. And because of that, they give you the impression that field research is not very expensive. You progress fast, you unlock upgrades quickly, and you don't feel much pressure on your badges. And then you reach the last 3 research nodes. At that point, you might think you're almost done. You might even think that was actually not that hard. And then, surprise, the last 3 research nodes cost more than the first 11 combined. They consume 2/3 of the total cost of the entire research tree. This is the moment where the game tries to trick you into spending more. You're already at a very high completion percentage. You feel committed, and the game quietly pushes you toward buying more badges. That's why it's so important to plan ahead. As you can see on the graph, the badge cost spikes very clearly at the end. Now you know exactly what's coming, and you can prepare for it, instead of being surprised by it. On the side of this Excel sheet, you can also see the requirements to unlock field research. New home must be at 100%. Elite troops must be at 100%. Military strategies must be at 40% to unlock Siege to Seize. And Siege to Seize must be completed at 100%. Once you finish all of this, you will unlock Field Research Tree. When you complete Field, 3 new research trees will appear in the lab. Shooter Training, Assaulter Training, and Rider Training. These trees significantly increase attack, defense, and other stats for specific troop types. And yes, we might do a guide on those in the future as well. Overall, the Field Research Tree gives you very strong bonuses. It is expensive, but it is absolutely worth it, especially if you are using T10 troops. It greatly improves your power, your survivability, and your overall performance. So that's it for this guide. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. And don't forget about the giveaway. It's coming very soon. Make sure you are subscribed, turn on notifications, and don't miss the giveaway video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Help us grow. Share this video in your world chat and spread the word. Support us by subscribing, hitting that like button, and leaving a comment to tell us what you'd love to see next. Thank you.